How the heck are you guys? I'm Fastidious. Welcome to my channel and welcome to our Fusion Tracker tool. This is the Fusion Planner calendar of your frickin' dreams. So yes, you can track your Fusion progress in an Excel doc with a pen and paper, but if you just want the easiest, most seamless way to do it, me and my head web dev Archer put just a ton of work into this. Maybe you used it in the second half of the Fabian Fusion for the classic Fusion template that we had. That was the first iteration and we think it went really well, but that was obviously towards the end of the Fusion. Right now we have our hybrid template completed. We actually finished it yesterday, so it was about a day and a half after the Fusion started. But let it be known and be very comfortable with the fact that we now, obviously from Fabian, we have the classic Fusion template done. So that will be day of, ready to go with every new classic Fusion. Then the hybrid Fusion, as you can see, is done here. And then we went ahead today and made sure we finished the fragment Fusion template. So for the next 6 months, a year, 2 years, 10 years, as long as I keep playing Raid and this site is live, fastidious.gg. And then if you want to get to this page, /raid/calendar, this tool will be at your disposal. So let me take you through it and show you how it works. Right now, oh no, I lost an arena. Right now, we have live, this video will be evergreen, but right now live, just for reference, we have the Lysanthir Fusion. This is what we call a hybrid fusion. If you don't know, a classic fusion is something like rosin over here, collect 16 rares, said rares become 4 epics become the legendary fusion hero. Then you've got your fragment fusions, that is you collect fragments, and then when you have 100, that's the hero. So here's Huntress, I have 100 fragments, I could fuse her now if I wanted, right? I'm working on Yannicka, buying this out from the clan shop. When you get 100, you can fuse her. I think we all understand how that works. So with those events, with the fusion, you're collecting fragments. With the classic, you are collecting copies of the rares, maybe a lucky copy or 2 of the epics. But then with the hybrid like this, it's a mix of the two, as implied by the word hybrid. You can see here, you're going to get fragments of Yuzan. That's the epic for Lysanthir. You'll need 4 copies, so you're going to get 100 fragments 4 times, 400 total fragments. You'll fuse them 4 times, and then you will treat it like a conventional fusion, a traditional fusion. So you skip the bottom because that is accomplished through fragments. You can see that with Yuzan over here. I have 50 already. You'll collect those fragments, and then you go to the fusion, and you're absolutely cooking, right? That's how it's going to work. So you can see that all plain as day overlaid with the calendar on my website, and this will fully customize and track with your own account and your own progress. So as it stands now, you have to be logged in to do this, but don't worry. The login is just use any email, make up any password, and it's fine. We don't get any information. Moving forward with future fusions, we will make it so you don't have to log in. Just remember, if you don't log in, it will not remember and save your progress every time. So it will look like this, as if you had reset progress and it was empty. So how does it work with the hybrid fragment fusion, right? Collect the fragments for Yuzan and then fuse the Yuzans together. Well, as you can see, we have overlaid the calendar here, just like the calendar you can find in game or on the forums, but I think it's nice and clean and easy to do. And you can see it will always highlight the day that it currently is. So right now it's set to UTC. We are working, and I'll see if I can have this done, within the next day or two, having it track to your local time, because actually where I am right now, it's 7:20 p.m. on Wednesday. But as of now, it's just set to match UTC time zones, that standard time positioning. But basically we have the day. That's natural. It will highlight or square in here the current day, so you can track exactly where you are. It goes through till the end of the event. So this fusion goes from April the 7th until April the 21st. I did choose to write the dates in non-American style because let's be honest, it's kind of only us Americans that go month and date. So I chose to go date then month. Maybe we'll adopt writing this as like APR 7. Maybe I'll move to that. Let me know in the comments if you'd appreciate that. But essentially, you've got the day here, and then underneath with these colors, this is the affinity. So for a typical full fragment fusion, not a hybrid, and obviously not a traditional fusion, this doesn't matter because you're not going to have to build any of the fusion fodder heroes and then ascend them to a certain level. But for a traditional and a classic, it will matter. So it's very important you can track what days. For this one, it's just Yuzan that you're going to need to ascend, and he's void. It's 4 copies. So just key in on which are your Sundays, right? So there's the 13th and the 20th. We want to make sure if you're low on potions, you will accomplish what you need. You can see at the bottom, we're going to track your collection of potions and also the 3-star fodder you need as you go. So if you're starting from scratch, you haven't made any ascended Yuzan yet, you need 80 void potions and you need 24 superior void potions. You can obviously cross-reference that on your own account and take a peek so that you can do the math. Maybe we'll add, this is something let me know if you guys would like this. We could add how many you currently have. You could type that in. So I have 55 greater and 7 superior. So it's actually a nice chunk of the way. If we pull it back up, in total, give me one moment, we need 80 and 24. So I'm 17 away on the superior, and I guess I'm about 25. Did I say I was at 55 here? Yeah, I'm 25 away on the greater. So yeah, maybe we'll have an input for that. I want to quickly tell you guys something. A lot of people said, can't you just use the like Hell Hades optimizer and directly sync your account's data to this? I don't have access to that, and I certainly can't build one myself. So as it stands now, there will be no combing of the API and directly extracting information from your game. Could there be a partnership in the future with a Hell Hades or a Farbsoft, something like that? It's certainly possible, but as it stands now, I hope this is good enough for you. Let me take you through and show you how it works. So right now it's Thursday. We have this spider tournament, which it looks like it's finished, but like I said, it's UTC. So for me, there's still several hours left. So I'm going to toggle it on as in progress. You can see there are 5 like conditions, 4 conditions, excuse me. There's 5 things in the legend, but 4 conditions you can have on a current event or tournament. It can be not started, it can be in progress, finished, or skipped. The skipped is a key thing I do want to talk about with this fusion, as I think a lot of people might be skipping a lot of stuff. But you can see I'm going to toggle this as in progress. The champ training I finished, so you can see I can toggle it to finish. The artifact I finished, I can do the same thing, and the dungeon divers I have in progress. So you can kind of get a sense of how this works. Once you've completed something, go over here, and for a traditional fusion, you will claim that champion, so the rare or the epic, but for here, you'll claim the fragment. So keep your eye on this Yuzan over here as I click this button, and you'll see he's now at 25%. So my first Yuzan is 25% complete because I've collected 25 frags, and in total, you need 100. If I go to the next one, you can see now there's the green check in the corner. That means I got it. If I go to the next one and click, now I'm up to 50%. You can see that next to my head right there. You can see it rising as we go. If I, once I finish this and claim this, then we'd have a completed Yuzan. So let me just show you what that would look like. So when I finish the spider tournament later on today, I can toggle this finish and then click here. Now we're up to 75. And then when I finish the dungeon divers tomorrow, we'll click there and toggle it on. And now you'll see it says 0%. That's because there's nothing that needs to fill. It is done. This yellow arrow means it is ready. So when it's ready, and once you have actually fused those fragments together, you can click that button, and now you have created that champion. However, there's another step. You can see nothing's changed with the needed potions collected that we still need, or the fodder, the 3-star fodder that we still need. You see this wrench? This wrench means it is completed. So you click this wrench. This means, all right, I have now taken this base 4-star, this void epic. I've brought him up to 5 stars, brought him up to level 50, and then of course got him to 5 stars of ascension. So once you click this, it will chunk all the fodder that you need down. The amount you've used already will go up, and then the same thing for the potions. So I'll click this, and you can see now the number of greater voids we need has dropped down to 60, the superior down to 18. So these were 80 and 24 before. The greater dropped from 60 to 45. The superior arcane dropped from 12 to 9. And then over here, you can see of the total 3-star chickens we need, we took a nice chunk out as well. And as you progress, it will just continue and continue and continue. So let me reset the progress here so I can show you exactly where I'm actually at. And then I want to show you how to use the skip function. So these are all in progress. Then I finished the champ training. I finished the artifact enhancement. Let's click and click. I'm 50% done with my first Yuzan, as you can see over here, as I just showed you. So there you go, 50 out of 100. And then if you're like me, I'm hard skipping this fusion, meaning I have no interest or no plans to go and get Lysanthir. So I actually don't need to collect a full 4 Yuzan, and then I don't have to do the part where I fuse them together in the fragment, and then I do the completion, and I have to worry about my voids, and I have to worry about my greater, so on and so on. If you are doing the full fusion, that is essential. However, maybe you just want to get 1 copy of the epic, or 2, or 3. 3 is going to be my plan. So what I want to do, let's already just get rid of the things I don't care about. So this summon rush, I'm going to skip that. So go to finish and then toggle it to skipped. Same thing for the hero's path. So now I'm good to go. So I can take a quick little inventory, and you'll see the remaining frags for me available are 25, 25, 25. That's 1, 25, 25, 25, 25. That's 2, plus these over here, right? So that's 8 total, 2 copies plus these. We're at 10. And then here, 11 and 12. So I've already gotten half of a copy. There's 3 more total copies to gain, meaning there's 300 more fragments. If I want my 3 copies, I already have 50. I only need to go and get another 250 fragments. The things I've chosen not to skip are 25 each. So that means I can just pick 10 events that I want. So just to take you through it, I know I want to do the classic arena. I know I want to do the second classic arena, the dragon and the fire knight for sure. So I'm at 4. I'll do this champ training. I'll do this artifact enhancement. So now I'm at 6. And then I can just pick the remainder, and you figure that out as you go. So essentially I could still skip 2 of these, or maybe I want to do everything remaining except for these on the bottom, and then I'll be able to go get some extra frags for mod, right? I can get an extra 25, I believe it would be. Quickly, guys, just to make sure you are not confused, to show you what it looks like when you are done. Essentially, we have the tracker here that is showing how many copies you have completed, and then as you fuse them, like you actually go and you do the fragment fusion, then they populate the copies. So what do I mean? You can see here it says 50% and then 3x. This means 3 times we have completed this, and now we're 50% done with the final 4th one. So let's say you go for the hero path. I just made an example here where you do it all, collect this. You don't go for the last 50, but now you can see we're at 0%. That's on our 5th, because you can see 4x are completed, and now they're ready to fuse. You can obviously do this as you go as well if you're fusing them as you go, or you just want to manage it that way. I suggest you do it as you go, but you collect here. You can see there's a little pop-up, convert, and it will convert all the ones you have. So you can do here, click convert 4, and now you actually own these 4 completed copies. They've graduated from being your 400 fragments or your 100 fragments 4x, and now you have your 4 copies, and then you go build them, right? So you can go here, click the wrench. This first one's completed, so we're a quarter way done with our fodder, with our arcane potions, and with our voids. Now we're halfway done. You see it populating right next to me. We're fully done, and now it's completed, and this is when the fusion's over. So all that's left for you to do, you have 4 completely built out, ascended, 5-star Yuzan in this example. You go over here, you go to the fusion, and you guys know how this part works. You just pop them in. You go to Lysanthir, you'll click here, and it's not working because I don't have them, but it will pop up on the side here. You'll have 4 completed copies. Put 1 in, put 2 in, put 3 in, put 4 in, click this button, pay the 1,000,000 silver, and you're good to go. So these are all important things to know about how it works and to help you with your planning. As with the tools and all the tools on my website, we do have a few raid tools. You can go to the raid page here. You can see on the left side menu, a few different things, Summon Chance Calculator, Mastery Planner, and we got our mythical tier list as well. Shout out to Big Papa Drock. We're always trying to make these as amazing as possible. So if you have any suggestions, please do let me know. If you appreciate the tool, be sure to thank my dev Archer in the comments. He was working like 12 hours straight trying to get this ready from 2 nights ago into yesterday. So I think he did a phenomenal job. Like I said, we'll always make these extra efforts to make it better. So feel free to leave your suggestions. But all in all, we are very, very excited about the tool we have created here. So thank you guys. I've been Fastidious. I do want to quickly say fusions are fun because they're free if you're prepared for them. If you want something free and all you need to do is just download the game. If you want to start a new account, or you just maybe haven't even started playing Raid Shadow Legends at all yet, be sure to use my link. It really is the best link out there right now. You get Elenarl at download, you get Tagoar at level 10, Tayrel at 20, Fayne at 30. You'll have these first 3 within a couple hours of playing, and you'll have all 4 within 2 or 3 days. It really is amazing, and it gives you the best free-to-play start you could ever want in this game, which, let's be honest, does not always feel very free-to-play friendly. So if you want to start, the link's in the description and the top pinned comment. I've been Fastidious. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Share it with your mother, and goodbye.
Fastidious.